Hey, you crazy motherfuckers. Welcome back to another edition of Krazy Truth. I'm the host with the most. I'm Cole with blood flow in my hands. And I'm here with the lovely, and slightly comatose Miss Amanda.
Hey.
And we're here to titillate and hopefully warm up her fingers and toes before she kills somebody. It's the Ice Queen.
Oh my god.
Her personality is warm. Her heart is warm. Her vagina is warm. But don't let her touch you with her feet or her fingers because you will be fucked.
My hand
Just
is cold.
Hey, that is awesome. I'm not actually turning gray. I'm frozen. What's that bitch's name in the Disney movie?
Elsa.
Elsa? Elsa. I'm going to start calling you Elsa. They can't sue me for calling you Elsa. What's the song she sings?
I hate the cold though.
What's the song she sings?
I don't know.
Somebody give me, if you want to win a prize, some of the song that Elsa sings. You're gonna say it, and then I'm gonna have to give a prize out now.
No, they have the college one where they go fuck it
Oh,
all,
yeah.
fuck it all,
fuck it all,
and that's the only thing
fuck
that's
it all.
coming to my mind. So
I hear you.
You know.
Okay. What? Somebody's hadn't officially moved onto the new love.
Into the new love grotto.
Sweet.
Let it go.
Okay, there you go. The compounds are being built. The walls are being raised. The sex shenanigans are going on. Okay, before we get going though, I'm saying all this shit and this is how we lose people. I'm going to get a quick word from our paid advertisers, shall we?
We shall.
Thank you. There we go. It's like an association game. Cat. There we go. Awesome. Haircut. So first and foremost, you know what? Do you want better sex? Of course you want better sex.
Damn
Who
it,
doesn't want?
I could have said pussy.
No shit. Do you want better sex? Of course you do. We all do. And here's the thing. So you need to go visit our friends at Promescent. They have got all kinds of different pills. Now, different options. I'm holding this up. This is the VitaFlux. It's a vitamin. It's also an enhancer. Blood flow. This will be, I'll be almost through 60 days. And it does make a huge difference. I'm a huge fan of this. They also have condoms, lubes. They also have the Promescent, the control spray. This is another thing that we talk about all the time. A short spray on the underside head of the penis. It'll absorb very quickly so it doesn't numb your partner. We're talking about these things because you can visit them at Promescent, PROMESCENT.com. Use KK 15 and get a discount. 60-day money back trial. Now here's the thing. Don't fucking tell me I should not hear that, well, yeah, we don't get a lot of response from your show. I get enough letters about people's dicks not working and other issues because I have it myself. If you have issues, fucking man up or woman up and go check out the website. You'll be glad.
They have the women's vitamins.
Yep, they have the women's vitamins.
They have the warm lube. It's not lube, but it's a warming gel.
Yes.
They have a buzzing gel. I tried that the other day.
Yeah. So they got all kinds of stuff. So check them out. Promescent.com.
They also have like body wipes.
Yeah, they actually, like we talk about all the time,
It's
about
like a whole plethora of stuff.
Pre-cleaning and post-cleaning up after playing around. They've got everything. It's awesome. Check them out. Also, don't forget now, everybody get your fucking pens and papers out because I've been doing this wrong for God knows how long. If you want your meat rubbed, trust me, you do. And the place you want to go is our good friends at SmokinMeatsBarbecueTreats.com. Now, this is the part to write down. I'm going to spell this. Smokin, SMOKIN, MEATS, BBQTREATS.com. It's not Smokin' Meats and the word BarbecueTreats.com. It's Smokin' Meats BBQTreats.com. Check them out. Now, there's 4 rubs. They're getting ready. We were just partying with them. We're going to talk about this in a little bit because they're getting ready for another rub's on its way. They know how to rub meat. If you want good meat rub in Nebraska, but they have got the orange mango habanero. See, I like to say habanero. They have got lemon pepper. They have got, let's see, this one is SPG. And this one, the lifestyle one, quite literally, Pineapple Paradise. So check them out today. They are in, you can find these both online. Where?
Smokin' Meats BBQ Treats.
Right. Or also in several different stores. So check them out today. So we're going to be doing some more giveaways these weekend. And also, Smart Swingers read. What do they read? They read ASNLifestyleMagazine.com. Don't be an idiot. Read. Remember, I think it was a bird that promoted that one time. Anyways, read the ASN Lifestyle magazine. Know what's going on all over the world today in the lifestyle community. There you go. So, but I have one other thing I want to say too. Also, I didn't wait till halftime with this. Crazy fucking winter nights, motherfuckers. That's right, January 15th, 2022. Crazy winter nights. That is where you want to be. Check it out, crazywinternights.com. This is the award-winning Crazy Winter Nights. We are back. Hopefully soon to be talking about the second annual, hopefully we're the two-time award winner. We'll find out soon. But check it out. Get tickets. It is a semi-formal event. You want to be there. So there you go. We'll talk more about KW in a little bit because that's my baby. So there you go. Anyways, this is season 4, episode 177. Did you see I also wrote that up there? We have a new teleprompter that we just got. It's really exciting. It's a whiteboard. We're so hip young now. Drink Pepsi. Fuck it. I've been doing 177 times I've done the show, and I just now went, why don't I write that shit up there that I'm not digging through my notes? Modern science. That's what we do.
I'm not saying a word.
Anyways, so we had a good weekend. We had a fun weekend.
We did.
We had a fun weekend. We actually got to, well, here's the deal. We weren't able to go out 2 nights in a row. And the reason we were not able to go out 2 nights in a row is because Cole learned that he can no longer handle beer.
That was Saturday night, though.
No. That was Friday night. That was Friday night because last night was Saturday night. We did not go out.
Oh, that's true.
But here's the thing. So I can drink rum like a fucking pirate all day long. Seriously, I can drink a bottle of rum. How do I know? I've done it. And then I can go drink another bottle the next night. No worries. No minimal hangover. No ill effects. Okay.
No, you're wrong because you went to the wedding hungover.
Which was Saturday.
See, you did say Friday.
Anyways, so what we're saying with this is, here's the deal. So we went over to our good friends, Cody and Amanda, and they're the ones that, fucking hair on the microphone. They're the ones that have the smoking meats, barbecue treats. And so we're over there, and they know that I don't really drink beer, but he's always cool. He's like, hey, have a beer. And so we started drinking beer. And then we're doing shots amongst the beer. And so I actually have to say, and I'm not, they don't know this. They won't know this till they listen to the show. Actually, I haven't puked on booze for a very, very long time. We're talking like 2 or 3 years. And I've drank a lot of booze since the last time I got sick.
It's been longer than that, I think.
Yeah. So we live like 15 minutes away from there. I wish people that would fucking text me would quit it and let us know when our show was on. Anyways, we live. Good
friends at Swinging Flamingo.
I know we live about 15 minutes away from them. We had to stop not once, twice. We had to stop twice on the way home so that Cole could roll out of the car and be on the side of the road on all fours, yakking my lungs out. It was
dumbass.
It was funny because I didn't have the cigarette. I don't smoke anymore, so I didn't have the cigarette to light. So it was like, you were like, all of a sudden I roll the window down. You're like, you okay? I'm like, oh, fuck.
So funny.
Oh my God. Puke my fucking lungs out. And still had a stupid level of hangover on Saturday. I'm not talking like, ooh, I think my head kind of hurts, or ooh, my tummy's upset. Oh, no, I'm talking like, fuck my life. I felt like all my organs were exploding. My head, I think I took 17,000 aspirin and it was just, I had to go officiate a wedding. And they offered me a beer when I got there. And I was like, no, thank you. One of them had a beer, one of them that we were talking to, and he had his beer to buy me. The smell of it was like, I was like, oh, fucking A. It was fucking bad. So, yeah, there you go. And so I know when Cody and Amanda listen to this, they will die laughing. I had to find out that it actually got me to the point of puking my guts out. But yeah. Other than that, it was a great time.
I felt quite humor in it.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Fucking biatch. Oh, fucking. I'm telling you what, man. That was fucking. Ooh. And we had such a great time. We had a blast. Sweaty, pale. I had all the classic. You hadn't
came
seen
around
those.
the corner, and I was like, "Oh boy!"
Yeah. Well, after puking on the side, because I didn't want. I thought I'm not gonna puke right outside the car, so I rolled and whatever moved around me, like waiting for it. Yeah, that's awesome. Game weekend in town, and I'm on the side of the road at 3 a.m. puking my guts out. Woohoo! Yeah, partay. That was awesome. So there you go. That's how you know it was a good time. Right fucking there. Wow. Ugh.
That was fun.
So Cole's learning back to the hard liquor for him. He goes, and yeah, I got a text message today, in fact, yesterday about wanting to know if I want to come over and have a beer. And then, what's good for a hangover is a beer. I was like, no, yeah, oh God.
So you proceeded to go to a wedding.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did go to a wedding.
We told them how hungover you were.
Yeah, and they thought that was fun. Because I've married like 7 of their friends. I mean, and they're just, it's a clusterfuck every time we go. I mean, it's
an interesting crowd.
Oh, they're fucking crazy. They.
As like, I'm like waiting to get everybody to go down the aisle, because that's my job, is to signal them when to go. And one of the groomsmen turns to a bridesmaid and go, "Quit touching me! You're making my dick hard." I'm like,
this is the group that I wanted to, that I could have fucked one of the bridesmaids at one of the other weddings and fucked up and didn't. She hasn't been allowed back to that group, but I don't know why. But the rest of them are still just as fucking. They're fucking batshit crazy. They're fun as fuck. We started the wedding, and the groom's like, he's looking at me. The wedding party's starting to come down the aisle. He's like, "I've got to pee," and we're outside. I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I got to pee. I can't hold it."
Because you've been drinking.
And I'm like, "Well, I'll cover for you. Go." So he leaves from. We're both standing in front of the crowd, and goes off to go behind a tree to go pee. His dad's sitting in the front row going, "Where's he going?" I'm like, "He had to pee." And I'm like, "He's not getting back." We're like 3 of the 5 people in the wedding party through. I'm like, "Oh, fuck, this is going to be horrible."
I didn't know he wasn't up there.
For the first time in 10 years of doing this, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm going to say. And the groom will be right back. And here's what's really funny.
Well, one dad was getting really drunk. They say he has one more drink and he's going to fall over.
Yeah, they didn't know. Here's what's really bad. I had to pee really bad, too. But I was like, well, we both can't go pee right now. Because I even said, I got to pee too. I'll make it. He goes, well, we could both go. I'm like, we can't both go pee. We're both up front. That would look really weird, dude. What are we doing?
Wedding. Just hang on.
Oh, my God.
That was hilarious.
What was the one line that's going to be there in your shirt?
The one line, one guy was chasing after a kid.
His little kid. And you could tell the frustration was...
I wish I could go back. I wish I had a time machine so I can go back in time and kick my younger self's ass.
Yeah, as he was chasing his kid around. Obviously, somebody wished he hadn't stuck his dick in that at some point in time, because, wow.
Apparently.
Yeah, it was fun. So it was a good time. It was had by all. So, there you go. It's always fun doing wedding shit and then, and knowing what we do. And that group is probably, there's a few of them in there that it wouldn't fucking surprise me. They may be part of the group.
There's one gal in the crowd I went.
Yeah. We'll know if you listen to the show and you recognize this. There you go. It's one of those things. Just saying.
Never know.
Yeah, we'll have some more through. So there you go. So last night was or the other Friday night was a really a good. It was a lot of fun. And at one point in time earlier, there was another friend of theirs that was over that is a single male. So he had some questions. So I think actually being party season and because of Crazy Water Nights, we're going to ask about it. I want to talk about single males a little bit.
Okay.
I want to actually, the thing is, I don't want to just talk about singles. I want to talk about singles in general because I want, for those of you who don't know, we do this in front of our live secret Facebook group, Casba Inc. Shh, don't tell the others. And I want to hear some of their couple opinions on this as well. So a lot of these singles are afraid to, obviously we all know singles have a bad rap, whatever the case may be. But one of the things that the guy said to me, he goes, well, I feel like as a single male that it's rude if I try to talk to a couple, I just always feel like I'm in the way. And then as a single, I really don't have the right to mix with couples unless, don't speak unless spoken to type thing. He goes, how do you deal with that? And I thought, wow, what a great question. So the show is not about the fucking asshole single males or single females. That's not the ones we're talking about. We're talking about the nice, the polite, the quality single males and single females that go to parties and how do they have a better time at an event? Or what do they need to know basically to do this? We know about the respect things and like that, but one, I think that it's a lot of singles have the misunderstanding that, and a lot of party planners for that matter, that singles are not wanted at an event.
That's the stigma that they put on it.
But the reality is, there's a lot of fucking couples, like for single males. There is a lot of single males and single females that are wanting single males to be there. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there are a lot of couples out there, quite honestly, that they are looking... Look, hot wifing, cuckolding, some different things like that are all based upon a single male, a bull, or a single male being involved. And so if you don't have any single males at a party, you can see where that's going to be a problem. That's not going to be real encouraging for then, other people to want to, that are into those other things, cuckolding, hot wifing, etc. Why would they want to come to the party if there's going to be no singles there? Really? That's the best we're going to do. Is you're going to do a head nods for me? Really? Yeah. Okay.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. So the thing is as a couple, as a female, as a part of a couple, with a single male, or a single female, you're not necessarily into threesomes that much.
Correct.
But do you see, as not being as a female in a couple, do you see value, or what is the value to you of a single, whether it be male or female, being at a party?
There's a lot of people that are searching out for singles.
Not other people. What is the value for you?
For me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there a value to me?
Well, do you ever? I don't know. Do you ever fucking play? Do you ever play with a fucking?
I have played with multiple single males.
So the thing.
No, we
we
went
really
to
need
a
to
party in a
rehearse
different
this.
state, and I played with a single male. You didn't even participate.
No, I did not.
There was one time you were even gone.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So basically, why I'm putting that out there, so many people, because we're known as a couple, and whatever, as primarily, that the fact that even though we have never been ones actively seeking out single males or singles in general, I would say that what your percentage of people you've played with in the last 3 years is probably a way higher percentage of single males or single females than it is that are part of a couple.
True.
I mean, ultimately, so we've never went out actively seeking, but really, if you go back the last 3 years, how many parts of a couple have you played with? Because we play alone a lot. Not a lot.
A couple. Well, a couple of times, but some of the times when I've met up with a male by myself, so a couple of them have been married.
Right.
But whatever. But one thing that popped in my head when you think I have this blank look on my face, I really am just like thinking and not listening to you. But you think, about when we went to Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Guys would come up and talk.
Yes.
I couldn't tell you if they were single or married at the time.
Right. No. Yeah. Exactly.
It's just engaging in conversation.
Exactly. And the thing is that just because it wasn't one of your concerns, if they were or were not single. The reason
I don't judge somebody based upon that anyway.
The reason why I point that out is that I think that a lot of times in the lifestyle, people go, if someone walks up and introduces themselves as a single, whether it be female or male, there's instantly a negative. Your brain goes to something negative. It's like if you just go up and introduce yourself, and if it comes up in conversation, fine. Oh, and who's your significant? Well, I'm actually here myself. I'm a single. But they've got a chance to talk with you and see that you're not pushy, you're not a douchebag, you're not batshit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. The preconceived notion of, we see it on everybody's profile, not interested in singles, right? And I think that the reality, some couples aren't. Some couples are only looking to play with other couples.
Right.
Fair enough. But I think a lot of times that's a defense mechanism. It's kind of like going to the store and like, can I help you? Nope, just looking. Well, no, you're not just fucking looking. You're trying to buy something, but you just don't want to be badgered. Right. So a lot of times it's that same thing. And so if you're a single, presentation is everything. Mm-hmm. Because there is, I mean, you should be just as alarmed or concerned with a female or male if you're a single in a couple that's as thirsty as like, hey, we're just looking for singles. Where's a single? You're a single? Come on, let's go. You should be just as concerned about that as any person in a couple should be. If the single is walking up going up, I just want to fuck a couple. I want to fuck a couple. You know, it's the same fucking thing. So its personality wins. Mm-hmm. And if people will go up and instead of A, don't live up to the stereotype, right?
Very much so.
B, at these parties, go up and just be yourself. Let your personality be the winner, because if I'm going to get fucked at any of these parties we are going to go to, or the ones we put on, it's because of my personality. Mm-hmm. Because I'm nice, polite, whatever, or someone feels that way about me.
And the way you said it was perfect. If someone asked, you know, who are you here with? Well, I came by myself. You don't have to say you're single.
No, you're not. Just because you're single, you're not required to have like a couple doesn't have the right to just grill you. Like if every single person has the right to just grill you, and you have to walk around with, here's all my sheets, here's my papers. You're not like a dog, okay? You don't have to have papers with you and fucking. You don't owe anything to anybody. You can also go up and talk to people and couples, even if you're not interested in fucking them. We really blow the fucking whole concept of the stereotype out of the water. Here's the thing. I honestly believe that a lot of couples, as a couple, and I'm just as guilty or have been at different times, is that we get to be egotistical fucks. We all think, well, we're a couple, so every single wants to hook up with us. Hey, let me help you out with this. Hey, guys, you know what? Not every single male thinks your wife is hot. Hey, ladies, not every single female thinks your husband's hot. We like to think that. We like to think as couples, I think sometimes we think we're better than, you know, than singles. But the reality of it is that, you know what? A guy may come up, a single male or female may come up and talk to you, and after talking to you for a few minutes, just not feel it. Or maybe you'll say something that's like, well, that's really not my thing, not my type. Just because you have a pussy doesn't mean that, well, yep, he wants to fuck you. And there's a lot of fucking dudes and wives in the lifestyle that are couples, you know what? They're thirsty pieces of shit. I mean, really, is the best way to actually put it. So it's like, there's this whole thing of maybe we all need to check ourselves a little bit, you know, just a scotch. So I think, and the reason I bring this up is Halloween is right around the corner. I mean, literally, the Halloween parties are going to start this coming weekend, right? This is a great time, whether you're a single or a couple, to reevaluate how you treat or look at the opposite side. You know, how do we look at singles? You know, how about instead of we give singles a chance until a single male or female proves themselves to be a douche canoe or batshit crazy twat waffle, let's assume that they're probably okay people. Mm-hmm. Now, if they prove us wrong, if they prove to be different, then brand away. Mm-hmm. By the same token, how about as a couple, you know, we go ahead and we make sure that we are not, you know, we don't just assume that all couples are great, and, you know, let's prove that we're okay before, because and not be a douche canoe, because a lot of couples, there's going to be a lot of them at Halloween that are going to come out and show what ass clowns they are, but they'll get away with it because they're a couple, and that just drives me nuts. Mm-hmm. I think the reason this is so important to talk about is that there are parties that are trying to get singles to attend. Island Riders is coming up, which we go to, and we're going to be at, which is a great party. They try to keep a good ratio, but they want single males to come. They can't get single males to come. And the reason for, and they don't charge more for single males, they don't, any of that bullshit. But if you're a single of either male or female, and every time you went someplace you've been treated like a fucking leper, just because you're single, why would you pay extra money? Why would you pay to go to an event to do that? You can go to a bar and not get that kind of bullshit. And yet you'll sit there and see a couple where the guy is handsy as fuck, or they're arrogant, or they're pieces of shit, or the chick is arrogant or handsy as fuck or whatever, and no one says shit about it. Mm-hmm. That's a huge thing. So, that's the first thing. What do we got?
Well, I don't want to interrupt you because it's just rude.
No, you
okay, we play with singles all the time, more males than females, and more so than couples availability. Our advice is to be polite, but be bold and come talk to us. We only play together, so you need to engage both, not just her, as either of us have veto power. Majority of singles we have played with are because they initiated. Fine line between bold and aggressive. We certainly don't discriminate. It would all be based on connection made during conversation, as well as basic attraction, and personality is a big part of the attraction.
That's fucking perfect. Wow, there you go. Show's over. Thanks for coming, kids. No, that's legitimate. That's perfect. That's it right there. I think the key point, and this is something that all of us need. I think Mike would agree with this. All of us need to be aware of there's a fine line between bold and aggressive. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that line right there is probably one of the most important things that could be said on this show. Because even for couples, there is one, being respectful of all parties involved. Mm-hmm. Okay? 100%. Two, bold versus aggressive. I don't care if you're married or not. If you're aggressive towards me or aggressive towards you, we are going to have a problem. Mm-hmm. We won't have a problem. There just won't be. There is zero chance. Mm-hmm. And I think that it is a challenge. To know, guys, we're dumb, right? So we start getting like an alpha dog mode. You've watched it with me. You have seen this with me. You've yipped at me about this before, actually. Think back. If a guy starts getting, if I perceive, let's be honest here.
You mean other guys
around
you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I have to be honest as much. I want to point the finger, but I can't. If I perceive that another guy is getting puffy and fucking trying to alpha male me,
you're not hooking up with him.
I
don't like him.
Or I will turn around and I will respond in kind. And then what does he do?
Then his feathers will pop up and he's like, get away from me.
And then my feathers pop. I mean, guys, it's something we all, me 100% included, have to be very aware of, is like, how do we not cross that line? The biggest thing I think I could say to guys is, if you are not a single, if you're with somebody or you have a female friend and she says, "What are you doing? What, you're being a dick?" Listen to her. She's not going to totally understand, because guys and gals think totally different, but there's some truth in what she's saying. So you have to be aware of that. Now, by the same token, guys, we all know this is impossible to happen, but when we tell our wives or significant others that they're being fucking acting cuntish and to lose the fucking bitch eyes, they might want to do that as well. At that point in time,
who would you be referring to?
At that point in time, again, we have to work on.
Never done that.
At that point in time, we have to work on our thing between bold and aggressive, because you have to be bold to say it, but you have to be even bolder to stay your ground. No, I mean, I think it's one of those things that it can
wipe the bitch look off.
Yeah. I'm not being bitchy.
I'm not being bitchy.
You're never mind. I was wrong. My bad. I think that, but the challenge with this is that I understand we are lucky as a couple. I'm willing to admit that I've learned this through the years. As a couple, especially in the lifestyle, if we have each other to fall back on, so if one of us feels like we're getting treated like shit or whatever, we can retreat back to you and I. Mm-hmm. We always have a safety, always have a home base, we always have whatever. Think about these think about single guys or single gals that are going to events. If they feel like they're getting let's say they go up and try to talk to a group, whether guy or girl, doesn't matter. They try to introduce themselves to a group, and they run into one of the cliquey groups, and they're just kind of like cold-shouldered. Mm-hmm. You've seen it at parties. We've all seen it. Where then they're kind of standing. Then all of a sudden they're kind of standing back with their drink, just kind of like they have nowhere to go. You know what I mean? They don't have anybody to go to be safe. And I have to tell you, through the years, the fact that a lot of them have managed to like pull it back together and walk up to another table or to try to walk up to another group and talk is damn impressive.
That's why I give, like I know when your feathers get ruffled, but I cut a little bit of slack because they had the balls to walk up and talk or to start a conversation. Yes. And they might have been nervous to start that conversation in the first place, so it might come off wrong initially. And that's why I let them keep engaging them to see if their personality will turn around. Because if the person who doesn't turn around, it's just like, okay, well, we got to go get a drink now. Right.
I think I've gotten better as we've gotten through this.
Oh, yeah.
There's still time. If you hit me on the wrong time. But I think this is where single guys get a shittier rep. Let's face it, a single girl, there's a better chance that they're going to have somebody hovering on them a little bit. It may not be who they want, but they're going to have guys, thirsty guys fucking slobbering on them. Single males, if they don't have somebody to talk to, if they don't have somebody at home base, they're just kind of, they're kind of like wallflowers waiting. I guess I can understand. It doesn't justify being aggressive versus bold, okay? But I can understand that almost a defense mechanism of like, motherfuck, I'm not just going to stand here and hide, type of thing.
Right.
So it's a challenge, and part of it is if we can reach out. Some parties, again, like I'll use Island Riders as an example, they do a good job of making everybody feel welcome. Mm-hmm. But it's a huge challenge, guys. People in couples, I'm telling you right now, parties with 0 singles or just single females. Everybody thinks the dream thing is. There's nothing but a shit ton of single females running around and couples. Mm-hmm. I'll say it. You get more than one woman in a room, and there's a chance they're going to be catty as fuck. Seriously, you know what? You get 20 guys in a room, okay, and they all disagree on sports teams, politics, whatever. They all kind of hate each other. They can coexist. Okay, they'll find other guys that are closer to what they like and kind of coexist. You get 20 fucking chicks in a room and they all hate each other? Fuck no. You've lost your fucking mind. What that shit? No, run the fuck away. And I'm telling you right now, you get a party that's nothing but all single females. Because here's the thing, what kind of single females do we want? Well, we don't want ones that want to get to know you a long time and date first, right? That's not a fun party. That's not the way it is. No. We want a single fucking females at the party that want to fuck. And we want them to be hot. And we want them to fuck. And that'll make our wives feel great. Yeah. Have that fucking car ride home. Have you lost your ever-loving fucking mind?
I have had that car ride.
I know you have. But I'm just saying. But that's the thing. Everybody goes, well, if we could just have single, a party should be nothing but couples and single females. Fuck those single males. Really? Go ahead. Grab that hottie. Grab that fucking blonde bombshell, because I'm going to what I like. A blonde bombshell, right? With the big old titties who fucks and just wants to do anything weird and fucking have that magic threesome where your wife feels left out. Well, that party was awesome for the first 20 fucking minutes in the whole damn thing. But let me tell you what it's going to be after that. Good luck going to the next one. And that hottie, good luck saying you want to talk to that fucking cunt again, because that's what your wife is going to be calling her on the way home. Okay? And if you don't believe me, if you think I'm wrong, I'll put that up against anybody. I got 11 years of this bullshit. There ain't no fucking way. And the thing is guys, if the roles were reversed, right? And it was couples and single dudes that were all fucking ripped firemen or some other thing that wore some other uniform that chicks like with big dicks, okay? And your wives are just going after these dudes, and you got to sit there and watch your wife get fucking railed dick after dick after dick. You know what? I don't think you'd be as big a fan. Just fucking saying.
Wow.
You need the fucking balance. It's like it's like putting too much of one chemical in the pool of the other. It's either dirty or it's gonna burn you. You need to like Kool-Aid with no water but all the sugar. It's just like eating sugar. But if it's too much water, it's just like it's just nasty flavored water. You have to have the right mix at parties.
No, I find it funny.
I think that we I don't know, whatever. This is why I should actually answer questions, because I go, is it halftime?
You can go off on tangents?
Yeah.
Wait, what? You really?
No, what the thing is, I'm like the ultimate advocate, and I've never been a single guy in the lifestyle at all. But I'm the ultimate advocate for singles in the lifestyle, male and female, as long as they're cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I mean, but I'm also the biggest advocate in the world for if you're a douchebag couple, that fuck you, you're a douchebag couple, and that just because you're a couple doesn't mean shit. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter if you are a gay or lesbian couple, if you're in a poly relationship, if you're a heterosexual couple, I don't give a fuck, whatever, you know, and maybe if you're a furry, that'll get kind of weird. But other than that, I mean, I don't care. But the thing is, I don't understand why in the lifestyle there's always been this fucking holy fucking effort. There are people that would, if they could eliminate singles, especially single males from the lifestyle. And I maintain that it's kind of like there's a food chain in the swinger world, just like there's a food chain in the in your ecosystems in the world. If you take a piece out of it, it fucks it all up. And if all of a sudden you have no single males, well, there's some dickheads. Yeah, okay, well, and we all have jobs that we have to deal with some dickheads. It is what it is. You take a chance, but if you find some really good ones, some of our best friends have been single males. Mm-hmm. In lifestyle that were as fucking some of the most respectful dudes you will ever meet. I don't know. Is it halftime?
It's beyond halftime.
Wait, are you gonna step in this time? You just let
you
me
get on a tangent. I just let you go.
This is why we have so many listeners.
Why would I interrupt?
Really? Seriously? All right.
Yes,
hey.
Seriously.
Hey, you should go to flipoffgear.com. Check them out today. During the month of October, they are doing donating $1 for every shirt that is the Fuck Cancer shirt. They have a couple of different designs, one with a ribbon and the middle finger, one that just has the middle finger that says cancer underneath. You can get them custom made with any of the different color ribbons for any medical type things or otherwise. So check them out today at flipoffgear.com. If you want to have some fun, want to have a great Christmas gift, remember this, kids. It's all true. If you put fuck on a shirt, it's offensive. If you put a middle finger, it's cheeky and fun. So get your Flip Off Gear today. Flipoffgear.com.
Okay.
No. Okay. Really?
Cheeky.
Cheeky. Yeah, cheeky. Cheeky and fun. They're going to be one of the sponsors of Crazy Winter Nights. Flipoffgear.com is.
I think of the UK, and they say cheeky in terms of getting, a little turned on.
Cheeky's another. It's a fun word to say. It's different here in the States. Cheeky. It's cheeky and fun. Just saying. All right. So let's talk about. So we talk about single males. I don't know if I can just go south all the fuck. Who knows? Anyways,
who went south?
I went south. South of the border. Anyways, so let's talk about single female. I've been there.
I know you have. Want to go again?
I've discovered. I went down the valley, and I liked it. It was like Lewis and Clark. I explored.
Oh,
there was no splunking. It's not too deep. It's not too wide. There's no echo. It's just nice.
Oh my God.
Tasty too. Anyway, so let's let's talk about single females real quick. It tastes like, you know what it tastes like? Come on, somebody better answer this. No one's answering. No one's talking today. You know what it tastes like?
What?
Cake.
Fucking A.
Thanks, I'll be here all week. Anyways, okay, so
how did that even get started? Because I wanted a piece of cake?
Because it was a
wedding. And I wanted cake.
You wanted cake, so you fucked for cake.
Sex had nothing to do with it.
Did you get laid?
Yeah.
Did you eat cake?
Yeah.
There you go. Did you eat cake before you got laid?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So see, there you go. That's how this works.
Okay.
Cake for sex, and now people want to bring cake. Just saying. Anyways, so let's talk about single females for a quick sec, shall we?
No boy.
What do you mean, oh boy?
No, is this a single episode or what?
Well, look, this is all shit because it's party season.
Okay,
because that's one of the things I was trying to explain to cupcakes and champagne. Absolutely, drink it out of your badge. Anyway, so because of Halloween's come up, and again, so single females have their own unique set of. What happened there? I forgot to swallow. The single females have their.
That's what she said.
My nose blew goops. Single females have their own unique set of challenges at parties.
Yes.
Well, okay.
No, they do.
Let's face it. Obviously, we all know about things like the safety issue and the thirsty guys and all that. But I want to talk about the other issue that happens to single females.
Okay.
Okay? In the lifestyle, if you're a swinger, what is the primary reason to be a swinger? Why do most people get into the lifestyle to be swingers? Why do they do it?
To have sex.
There you go. Winner, winner, winner. Now, as you go through, maybe you'll change what you like most about it, the friendships, the people, the relationships, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of things. But initially, you didn't get into it just to meet people. You got into meet people and fuck those people. At least that was a very strong part of it, okay? Mm-hmm. Because you can join a bowling league to meet people, a golf league to meet people. You can go to your church and join a Bible study to meet people. Mm-hmm. There's lots of ways to meet people, but you can't meet and have sex with them, right? You know, you go to the church youth, Bible study. I'm like, hey, this is really awesome. This is great. And yes, and I did read the newest thing, the chapter in Matthew. By the way, would anybody like to fuck after this? That's not gonna work. Okay. I'm coming because there was wine. Sure? I heard there was wine. Anyways,
sure about that.
So the thing is that one of the challenges that single females deal with, and I don't care because I've watched this happen, is it's like they can have sex too much. They're the only ones in the lifestyle that can fuck too much. You want to piss off a room full of spouses. Ready for this? Let a girl come to a party that's a hottie and go on a fucking gangbang spree. But it's not an official gangbang. It's just fucking dude. You watch a single female fuck 8 or 9 guys at a party, not like a house party, and man, watch the fucking cat claws come out.
There's reasons for that, though.
Okay, now I'm not saying it's not justified. I understand why people have reasons for it, but those reasons are those people's problems, not the single female's problem. Her job is not to come into a party and only sit there and wait until she gets the green light from all the spouses first that it's okay. She needs to have permission and to be respectful of both parties and the spouse and in a relationship, all that fun shit. But
right, that wasn't where I was going with that.
Well, where are you going with it?
Where I was going with it is you go to a party and you have the people that you're interested in and you want to hook up and they want to hook up too, and then this girl comes in and everybody's like, ooh, fresh meat. Ooh, she's single. And then she goes and fucks everybody that you might have been interested in, and those guys are one and done, and then you're left doing nothing.
Right, and I totally understand that, and that totally sucks. And that is
so it's a competition thing, and it gets catty for that purpose. Or if they
then why after the
take the attention away from you were giving this person attention, and then all of a sudden they see this girl and you don't fucking exist.
Yes.
You've done it to me.
Yeah, and I paid like a motherfucker.
I've had single females cut me off to talk to you. and to step right in front of me to talk to you. And it's just like, okay, I'll just turn around and talk to somebody else. It's just, there's just ends up being a competition because most guys are one and done.
Yes, and I get that, and I totally 100%, I understand that, and I totally 100% agree with you, and I totally understand why that's frustrating. And I also totally understand, or I totally believe in my thought process is, that's not her fault.
No, it's not her fault.
It's not her fault, and it's not her problem.
True.
Now, one of the biggest problems that most single females make, because they don't have someone going, shh, they tend to yap too much about. They don't have a sounding board to go, no, you don't tell, presentation becomes everything. Mm-hmm. I get it, but by the same token, it's like, okay, is there a better way to either mentor or help single women at parties and events, one, or to win the competition, if that's what it is. If that, you get what I'm saying?
Let it be known that I've grown up past that.
Well, yes, you have.
It's just initially because it was a massive irritation early on. And it felt like a competition. And
it doesn't help, let's be honest, because I'm dealing with this now with guys. It is a harder pill for me personally to swallow when it is instantly someone I've been trying to hit on gets their attention get taken by a younger guy. That fucking ruffles my feathers. But it does. It crushes my ego a little bit.
It crushes everybody's ego.
Right. So that doesn't help. That doesn't help in it. I can understand why. If you're a single female and you're at a party, you know what? There's safety when you're off fucking. Mm-hmm. Now, I think that as a couple, it's easy to lose focus on, because it's not just about the sex to us anymore. We've been in this 11 years. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of couples in that way, it's not just about the sex. We have evolved where the friendships and the personality, that's all a big part of it. So when we see even young couples, we see couples, not just young, but couples first starting, and they're on a fucking mission, right? Mm-hmm. We forget we were there once. Mm-hmm. And we were on just as much of a mission. And we fucked a lot back then. Mm-hmm. We forget that, mm-hmm. right? And so I know it has become more and more of a challenge for me not to judge, because I now judge like people, couples or women or men, because they fuck too much. And it's like, no, that was the whole idea. We like sport fucking. I don't know if I
judge because they fuck too much.
I think we judge now. We get more because of how they present it after the fact. But
presentation has a lot.
But it plays in our mind. There are things that we never would have worried about 11 years ago.
Now it more irritates me when someone goes, "Oh, you're on my list," and then you go to a party and you find out that they've had sex with these 5 people. And it's like, oh, I was on your list, huh?
Well, they didn't tell you what place you were on.
Yeah, now you can take my name off your list.
But see, but why? Happen. But why? Let me. I'm not trying to be mean. I want to know if we're in, because I think a lot of people feel the same way. Okay, it's sport fucking, right? That's the thing. It's not a relationship. It's sport fucking. So what difference does it make, as long as they're safe with you, right? What
because if they never came up to me at that event to hook up, then I didn't matter. Okay,
but that's not okay. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
Or I'm more of a second thought.
That makes perfect sense. I understand that. But remember the beautiful girls in high school that didn't get asked to homecomings and proms because everybody assumed they had a date? That happens. So a lot of people are going to assume that there's got a million people that want her.
No, something came along better is all I see it as.
But that's up here. That's in your fucking brain. That's not reality based. You maybe for some maybe it is. Maybe sometime it is. Sometimes it's like, well, you know what? Hey, I really want this. Is no work. Weep, and away they go. But that's what I'm saying is that I think we
one crazy summer nights years ago. Well, it can be that many years ago, but Like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I gave somebody a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Or we picked them up along the way. Whatever. You're on my top 3 to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And did 3 other people.
Yes.
And nothing. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, right. And okay, but there's also the thing with that of the assumption that anytime that would be available, which is a wrong assumption, 1. And number 2, that's the rarity. I truly believe that more times than not, because here's the thing, there are some times now that, and I've heard other people say this, because someone fucked person A, they're out. You fuck them, I won't fuck you now. You fuck person A. Part of why discretion is such a big thing. Seriously. Because here's the deal. Who I fucked before, we're sport fucking. I'm not going to clear who I fuck with any possible future fucks. Like, I won't do it. Man, suck a dick. Fuck that. Okay? No. As long as I'm being safe and I'm making sure that I'm safe, who I fucked before that, it's the lifestyle. I like sport fucking. We used to back in the day when we that's the way it is. So it's like, why does it fucking matter? Now the question is very legitimate to ask. Was, have you been safe with your previous partners? Have you been tested? Have you been, that kind of stuff is legit. But you know what? Just because anything outside of that, I mean, I get it and I don't, but I think it's easy to use we're afraid of getting something. Okay, well, are you being tested? Are you being safe? Mm-hmm. Yes or no? There's your answer. Mm-hmm. I think that we get, and by we I mean all of us, I think that, and singles get to do something that even a couple, we're as close to a couple that can play like singles. Because we're free range.
Right.
But we're still not 100%. We're not singles. We're not single. I don't want to be single. You're not single. You don't want to be single. So
you sure about that?
No, I'm not. Not really. I might be single after this. But I mean, no. even with us, singles don't have the same rules that have to abide by the same rules that we do. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, as couples, here's the deal. If you want to fuck a single, you have to accept the fact that, you know what? They don't have to play by the same rules in terms of communication-wise or who they do or don't fuck that we do. Mm-hmm. Their no-go list is strictly based upon them. Mm-hmm. And if as a couple, if you can't handle that fact, that is not their problem. That's your problem. Mm-hmm. And that's the reality of it. And I think a lot of times the hostility with singles comes from that. Because there's jealousy. Mm-hmm. Because let's face it, we only see the silver linings parts that we want to see. From a marriage standpoint, I could see that the silver lining being single, you can just do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's like you can be 12 and home alone and do whatever the fuck, just like woo. Okay, would I ever trade having you and having a support system? No, it wouldn't. But I think there's a jealousy factor. Most people are not in a relationship like we are, even within the lifestyle. So I think there's a jealousy factor there that plays into it. I think there is an unhappiness with the rules that couples have for themselves. I honestly believe that a lot of times some of the animosity towards singles, some of the drive to fuck singles, and the animosity towards singles comes down to the fact of, you know what? When a couple goes, we only play together as a couple. I don't believe that necessarily they're both on the same page with that. I think they both have agreed to that.
I didn't say agree, yeah.
They both agreed to it, but it doesn't mean they fucking like it. I mean, I you know what I mean? I think there's differences.
But some of them need that for their trust factor, though.
Well, they do, and that's part of their communication is why you have those rules accordingly. We learned the hard way early on when a single female tried to weasel in and fuck shit up in our marriage. Mm-hmm. Okay? And it sucks because it does happen. Just like 90% of them are great people, there's some out there that aren't. Mm-hmm. to a large degree. The one thing though that I took away from, one of the many things I took away from that, was that it's our responsibility as a couple our relationship is our responsibility. And if someone fucks that up, that's on us. That's on us not being diligent about our own relationship to keep them out. And I think it's easy to say, and I'm not saying that all singles are innocent, don't get me wrong, but I think it's easy to say that singles will, if they're home, they'll break up marriages, they'll do. No, they won't. No one can break up your marriage but you. That's a choice. No one can make you mad but you. No one can cause you to, that's the reality of it is you have a choice. And so if you play with singles, you need to do the due diligence of making sure of where your relationship's at. I think I truly believe if you're more confident and stronger and you are doing the due diligence in your relationship, playing with a single is not a big deal. Now, we're not talking poly here, that's a totally different beast, whatever. But just playing with a single it's not that hard at that point in time. If you take ownership of your stuff and correctly. I don't know if this show helped you or not. Do you even like the show? This show?
Yeah.
Do you feel? Well, no, you can be honest. It's our friends.
No, you can be honest.
No, I mean, do you think it was helpful?
Yeah.
Do you think it was right? Oh, we're getting off the air. You're like, what the fuck were you talking about?
No.
You sure?
I only listen to half what you say.
See, we do the due diligence to make sure our relationship is strong and solid. No, seriously, do you think? I mean, no, I want to know. Do you think the point got across?
Yes, the point got across.
Well, but was it the right point? Isn't that always the case? Was it just the tip?
Good God.
It's like trying to have a girl
it's
suck
like
your
ask me if I came.
It's like trying to get a girl to have her suck your dick and like you're going to put it in, but you're like slapping her in the cheeks next to you, keep missing her. It's like, well, yeah, you got there, but kind of. But it was like, I'm going to stumble this way in.
What kind of a fucking analogy is that?
That just came to my mind. Big fuck.
She's going to lead it in anyway.
I would hope so. Just grab it, chew it in.
Ew, chew? I don't think so.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, hey, remember, first and foremost, go to www.crazywondernights.com. Sign up today. Once you buy your tickets, we'll give you a link to get the hotel room. So sign up today. It's going to be a lot of fun. January 15th, 2022. We got all kinds of stuff coming out this week. Because the Casbah Cadets, I'm announcing Casbah Cadets this week, who all became the Casbah Cadets. We'll be announcing the...
People can still enter if they want to.
They can. Yes, you can still enter. You can still give me yourself to be a Casbah Cadet. It's the end of tonight because it's Sunday for us in the recording world. At the end of tonight, by midnight, you have to have all nominations for Casbah Lifestyler of the Year award. So those will be coming out next week to start voting. So there you go. That award's given out at Krazy Truth Sex. Well, I'll be damned. Who'd have thunk it?
Imagine that.
Award just got ordered today. Just saying. All right, so let's give another shout out again to our paid sponsors. Again, Promescent.com. Check them out today. Seriously, I've got to tell you again, the VitaFlux. Great product. I've been using it. Check them out for all of your sex and health needs. 60-day money-back trial. You can also, 60 days money-back, no questions asked. Use KK15 and get a 15% discount. Be crazy, Casbah 15. Check them out, Promescent.com. Also, don't forget to get your meat rubbed. Smoking Meats, BBQTreats.com. That'd be Smoking Meats, BBQTreats.com. Check them out today. Get one of them, try them now, and so when the new rub comes out, you're ready for it. We can't wait. We've been told we're going to have one on the show. And also, continue to read. You want to hear about all the latest, greatest movers and shakers in the lifestyle? Of course you do. So read ASNLifestyleMagazine.com today. Check them out. And let us know what you think. 3 million swingers can't be wrong. But if they can, who wants to be right? With that being said, don't forget you can follow us at Truth Krazy on Twitter. You can visit our website at crazycasbah.com. You can listen to us on Full Swap Radio on every Monday at 5 and again at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you can also, don't forget to get all your cool swag. Christmas is coming up. Christmas is right around the corner. I can hear them jingle bells. So get off all your flip. Get off. Yeah, get off. You can get all your flip off gear at flipoffgear.com or all your cool show gear at fullswapshop.com today. With that being said, doing it the only way I know how, the only way I want to, the only way I ever motherfucking will. Casbah style, out.